Johnny, since we did our hard-hitting expose about the world being round, we've had a lot of flat earthers contact us and abuse us and say we're a bunch of fucking idiots for thinking it's round. Yeah, so? Could you be wrong, Johnny, and it is actually flat? I mean, it's... Well, it got me thinking too, Johnny, but there is one person, way back when we were little kids back in the 60s. Who? Yeah, Sir Francis Chichester. Sir Francis Chichester? Oh yeah, Johnny, we were little kids, but it was very exciting. Yeah, Sir Francis. Now, he was the first to go around the Earth, solo, in his bloody yacht, whatever it was called. And it was a big bloody deal, as we just said, when we were kids, Johnny. And he went around the world and he kept...
This was the scene on Plymouth Hoe, as probably 250,000 people had their long wait rewarded by the privilege of being the first to observe from the shore the approach of Gypsy Moth.
Johnny, wooden flat earthers, if you think the world is flat, you'd be saying that Sir Francis just went around the outside like a plate. He just went around. Now, not only did he sort of go around the world, Johnny, this is 1966 or something. There were aeroplanes and electricity and all that, and he was sort of kept track of. Well, yeah, that's right. There is a genuine record of following him around the middle of the middle of the globe.
Everyone begged him to give up, but he carried on. He went out into the Tasman Sea, survived a knockdown, and headed for Cape Horn. Cape Horn was one of the big unknowns, renowned for its vicious westerly gales. Even large vessels would find it hard to get past this obstacle. When he got there, he was really annoyed to find that the public interest in his voyage resulted in the Royal Navy sending a ship to intercept him, and a newspaper hired a plane to do a flyover. But it produced some spectacular footage, which created even more interest in what he was attempting to do.
An aerial search was in progress, and HMS Protector stood by in an attempt to sight Gypsy Moth as she rounded the Horn. On March the 20th, she was sighted on Protector's radar screen. And soon the lookout spotted her, sailing under a storm jib the size of a bath towel, lashed by salt spray, and at times lost from sight behind gigantic waves. The eagerly awaited news was flashed round the world.
And so he got round Cape Horn and headed up the Atlantic, homeward bound for the spectacular welcome back in Plymouth.
He basically went round the equator.
The route that Chichester would take was what's now the classic Vendée Globe route, via the Cape of Good Hope, across the Southern Ocean and back up the Atlantic by rounding Cape Horn. This, in fact, was the route taken by the fast clipper sailing vessels carrying tea from the Far East back to Europe.
So there's Sir Francis Chichester, knighted.
Now it was the turn of Sir Francis Chichester. With Sir Francis Drake's sword, the Queen was to dub the solo voyager as Knight Commander of the Order of the British Empire.
Oh, the Queen, God bless her. Yeah, I don't know, Johnny, those flat earthers are pretty bloody adamant about it. I'm sure they'll say he just went round the outside like a plate. And Johnny, you've still to this very day, you've got round-the-world sailors, go round the world and they've got to go on a specific bloody course. Are they all fucking idiots? But Johnny, we're going to get more abuse. We're going to get more abusive letters.